James Bond is finally back, but he's probably not what you're expecting. IO Interactive, the team behind the recent Hitman games, just released 007 First Light. Instead of giving us the smooth, flawless super spy we've been playing for 30 years, they're taking things back to the very beginning. This is a young, aggressive, and honestly kind of reckless James Bond just trying to earn his 00 status. The pressure on this game has been massive. Since the movies are on a pretty long hiatus right now, this is basically the main event for Bond fans. But did IO actually pull it off, or is this a bit of a misfire? I've spent the last few days playing through it, and today we're going over what works, what really doesn't, and whether it's actually worth your money. Let's get into it.
He only survived thanks to blind luck. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all, Greenway.
Let's start with the good stuff, because when this game works, it's incredibly fun. Number 1, great stealth playgrounds. If you played the Hitman trilogy, you're going to feel right at home here, just with a much faster pace. The level design is fantastic. The maps are huge, full of hidden vents, alternate routes, and smart guard patterns that force you actually think. They also added 2 new mechanics that I love. Swap cover, a seamless button press to dart between blind spots without being spotted. The bluff mechanic. If you accidentally walk right into a guard's face, you get a split second to talk your way out of it or distract them before the alarms go off. It completely captures that classic Bond vibe of making things up on the fly. Number 2, fun practical gadgets. Q Branch really delivered this time. My favorite toy by far is the Leica shockwave camera. It looks just like a regular premium camera, but it fires a kinetic pressure wave. It doesn't kill anyone, but it staggers enemies or knocks them into walls and railings for an easy environment knockout. Between that, the classic laser watch for security grids, and a really quiet dart gun, you have a ton of freedom in how you handle every room.
Jet lag. Gets me every time.
She's not your friend, Bond. She's an asset.
With respect, Mom. To hell with that.
Number 3, a story that actually works. The narrative is also surprisingly refreshing. Patrick Gibson voices this younger, rougher Bond and does a great job. He's joined by a great cast, including Priyanka Burford as M. The missions take you all over the world, from a tense, quiet infiltration in the Needle's eye to some absolute chaos in Time to Die. It genuinely feels like a classic spy thriller that respects the source material while doing its own thing. All right, we need to talk about the issues, because First Light definitely has some rough edges, mostly on the technical side. Number 1, dated visuals and stiff faces. The game runs on IO's Glacier engine. It worked wonders for Hitman, but it's really starting to show its age here. Next to modern Unreal Engine 5 games, the character models and facial animations look pretty stiff. During the big emotional story moments, the lack of expression can really break the immersion. The environmental lighting and shadows look great, but the actual character detail feels a generation behind. Number 2, annoying design choices. There are also some bizarre decisions here. For a modern third-person action game, there is no field of view slider in the settings. The default camera is super close and claustrophobic, making it annoying to keep track of guards in tight spaces. On top of that, you can't skip dialogue during gameplay. If you're replaying a level to try a different stealth approach, you're forced to do those slow, walk-and-talk segments over and over again. It just kills the replay value. Number 3, rough PC performance. If you're on PC, get ready to spend some time in the settings menu. Optimization at launch is pretty rough. Try to run this at native 4K, even on a solid card like an RTX 5070, struggles to hit a stable 60 frames per second. There are no quick graphics presets, so you have to tweak everything manually. Turning on DLSS or FSR isn't really a luxury here. It's pretty much mandatory if you want a smooth experience. And if you're trying to play this on a Steam Deck, expect some pretty heavy stuttering. So what's the final verdict? If you love stealth games, clever gadgets, and a solid spy story, you're going to have a great time with 007 First Light. IO Interactive clearly understands how a James Bond game should feel. The core gameplay loop is incredibly satisfying, and the level design gives you plenty of room to get creative. The bottom line asterisk, you just have to be willing to overlook some clear, technical jank. The stiff animations and the rough PC performance keep it from being perfect. If you don't mind using up scaling to keep your frame rate smooth, and you can ignore a few blank stares in the cutscenes, it's a blast. Let me know in the comments if you're picking this up right away or waiting for a few performance patches first. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.